build a machine, they said. A machine that will grant you great power. Now, this machine was complex, requiring craftsmanship and mechanical skill I did not have. I told them such, but they said not to worry. They would guide my hands. The way they described it, it sounded like an oven or a kiln. You stick your rifle inside, and when it come back out, well, let's just say that rifle would pack a serious punch.
Whether you are or aren't a fan of the Treyarch zombie storyline, there's one thing for sure. There is a lot of weird shit going on in the storyline. I like to make fun of the storyline a lot, not because it's bad, but it is because it's bad. It's not their fault, and there, as in Jimmy Zielinski, because once he got fired, Jason kinda just took his story and, filled in the empty spots for him without, I guess, his word on the matter. So in this video, we're going to talk about the story and the creation of the Pack-a-Punch machine in Treyarch Zombies. So everything I'm about to talk about is the actual canon story. This is all stuff that you can find on the wiki and the Chronorium, I guess? I don't know. So where does our story begin? Well, how about the actual creator of the Pack-a-Punch himself? Jebediah Brown. So this is unrelated, but I looked it up to see if there's a picture of Jebediah Brown, and I guess people think that this image from Mob of the Dead, when you like zoom in with the sniper scope, they think this is Jebediah, or they're asking, why the fuck would this be Jebediah Brown? Now, if you're thinking to yourself, who the fuck is Jebediah Brown? Well, there's three possible places you've heard of him. Either A, and the most well-known, is the actual Pack-a-Punch jingle itself. B, the Tag der Toten gramophone records, which, Lord have mercy on your soul if that's how you found out about it. Or C, like looking up the lore yourself, I don't know. Now, in case you didn't know, there are two versions of the Pack-a-Punch jingle. There's the normal, short, in-game jingle that plays at every Pack-a-Punch when you use it, and there's the second one, that being the longer, unused version. Now, you can find the unused version on YouTube, but I'll play it right now for everyone to hear.
Like everywhere, nasty things are happening, and now everyone is scared. Old Jeb Brown, the blacksmith, he saw his mother die. A critter took a bite from her, and now she's in the sky. The angels came down to old Jeb and told him what to do. Build yourself a great machine, its punch will see you through. When you pack a bunch, the whole damn bunch will not last very long. And while you put yourself to work, sing a country western song.
Now, Jeb didn't know much about engineering, so he just put his trust in the angels and set to work. After many days and many nights, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and a little help from the angels, of course, he was ready to show his machine to the whole damn town.
Friends, neighbors, ladies, gentlemen, if you're feeling underpowered, I'll help you make amends. Stick your weapon in the slot and let it change your luck. Few things in life are guaranteed, but I promise this won't suck. Punch your fists into the air and raise a rebel yell. There's lots of bad uns out there you need to send to hell. With Pack-a-Punch, I have a hunch your problems will be gone. But if you end up on the ground, sing a country western song. Pack-a-Punch, 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 Pack-a-Punch. Punch your fist into the air and raise a rebel yell. There's lots of bad uns out there you need to send to hell. With Pack-a-Punch, I have a hunch your problems will be gone. But if you end up on the ground, sing a country western song.
Alright, with that out of the way, let's actually talk about who Jebediah Brown himself is and his history, and, well, how he made the actual Pack-a-Punch machine. Jebediah Brown was a blacksmith born between 1844 and 1845, so, we're going back pretty far for this. When he was 10 years old, he apparently moved with his mother and settled in a mining town named Purgatory Point. So far, a little unnecessary to get the entire life biography of some dude who built the Pack-a-Punch, but we're only getting started, you guys. In April of 1885, a miner named Clive Farnsworth went down to the mine and became savage and feral after exposure to a blue rock within the mine. This blue rock is, of course, Element 115, and the undead Farnsworth went on to attack Miss Brown, and, well, he wasn't too nice who ripped her throat out. Their neighbor who went by Old Bill came over to the house and killed Farnsworth. Why is the neighbor named Old Bill? This is so fucking stupid. Following her death, Jebediah put her down and recorded his thoughts onto a vinyl disc, noting that he wanted to venture into the mine to navigate and investigate the mysterious blue rocks that turned Farnsworth into a zombie. Jebediah would, of course, venture into the mine, noting that he had only been there for a few hours. When he returned, however, the townsfolk claimed he had been missing for 5 days. What? What? How? How does this stuff happen? So Element 115 can make you just disappear off of the planet? You can just lose your sense of time for... I don't know anymore. The night after, Jebediah received a vision in his sleep of 2 angels that had arrived from heaven. The angels instructed Jebediah that he had to prepare for what was coming. While the angels refused to elaborate, they told him that he would need to build a machine that would grant Jeb great power. While Jeb had no experience with that kind of craftsmanship, the angels promised to him they would describe the machine as being able to upgrade any weapon put inside of it, with Jeb saying that if one could put a rifle inside, it would pack a serious punch. Now, there's already more lore to dissect. It's lore inside the I can't keep saying lore, oh my god. I will just sum it up like this. If you don't already know, these 2 quote-unquote angels were keepers, and to prevent this video from being 2 hours long, I'll sum it up like this. Keepers are the good guys, and apothegons are the bad guys. There you go. That's all you need to know. Now, I'm so dearly sorry if you thought that it couldn't get any more confusing, but it just keeps getting worse. With the help of the angels, Jeb was able to finish his Pack-a-Punch machine and show it off to the whole town. By June of 1885, people had come far and wide to use the Pack-a-Punch. The night beforehand, he had been visited by the same angels once again. This time, he had been instructed to craft yet another machine called the Agarthan device. The angels told Jeb that it required 3 items: the blood of an apothegon elder god, an elemental shard, and a metallic vessel to harness and carry both. Obviously, Jeb was unable to retrieve the blood because at the time it was buried at the bottom of the ocean. Don't worry, that's an entire separate video right there. Or the shard, don't worry, that's an entire separate video on its own. Jeb was able to craft the vessel itself. So, oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, you guys, you have to bear with me. This next part is genuinely insane. And it's canon. Everything I've said so far, and am going to continue to say, is canon. Overcome with the loss of his mother, Jeb ventured to the cemetery to pay her a visit. For reasons unknown, Jeb decided to retrieve her body and place it within the Pack-a-Punch machine. You can't make this up! Why? While her body did not return from the machine, an apparition of his mother, now younger, appeared in the house. The angels would then appear to Jebediah one final time, instructing him to place the vessel into the Pack-a-Punch machine. Just a little disclaimer, this is a do not try at home. Do not purposely put your dead mother in a Pack-a-Punch machine, causing her to become resurrected and appear younger, living in a house stealing money from those who enter. How the fuck did Blundell come up with this? Jeb followed the angel's instructions, placing the vessel into the Pack-a-Punch machine. Immediately after, Purgatory Point was transported beneath the surface of Angle. It's so ridiculous. I literally can't even read it. The entirety of Purgatory Point was teleported beneath the surface of Angola, Central Africa, by the power of the vessel. Words can't even begin to describe how confusing this is. Purgatory Point became completely overrun by hordes of zombies, with Jebediah recording one final message on a vinyl before being attacked and murdered by the undead. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the history and the creation of the Pack-a-Punch machine from Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies. I hate this fucking storyline.
Could I? Should I?
Skull Crusher. Oh, Noob Tubes! Yes!